reached. They have issued this ultimatum, which is tantamount to a death warrant for these people, because if they are not, according to this document, welcome on the territory of Iraq, where will they be sent to? We understand that they intend to move them to various locations inside Iraq. While they have been very specific about what they want to do in emptying the camp, they have not been specific about where they will be taken. All of this under the auspices of guarantees from the Iraqi government that these people will be treated in a humanitarian way. And the disgraceful lie in this document that says they have up until now been treated in a humanitarian way in line with international law, when in fact they have been under constant psychological torture with 300 loudspeakers. It says in this document that the Iraqi authorities have allowed supplies such as food, medicine and healthcare into Ashraf. Of course, people have died because of a lack of medical facilities. They have been denied access to proper medical care. The unfortunate situation, I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, is that the UNAMI ambassador in Baghdad, Martin Kobler, appears now to have accepted the inevitability of this situation, almost like a rabbit caught in the headlights. And for all these assertions from the Iraqi government that these people will be treated humanely, you only have to look at the guarantee they gave to the Americans 6 hours before they invaded Ashraf on the 8th of April, when the Americans said, we are concerned at the military build-up around the camp and we want a guarantee there will be no violence. And they received an absolute written guarantee from the Iraqi government: there will be no violence, these people will be treated humanely. 6 hours later, they invaded the camp with 2,500 troops and machine-gunned people to death and crushed them under tanks. That is the assertions that we are supposed to believe, in which Martin Kobler, the UNAMI ambassador, apparently now accepts that these people will be treated humanely. So this delegation has warned repeatedly that we are on the brink of a humanitarian catastrophe. The people in Ashraf say they will not be loaded into trucks at gunpoint and taken off to certain death, with many of them then deported back to Iran, where they will be tortured and executed. And yet we are left here with the proposition now that we have to try to find some way to persuade the Iraqi authorities that the road that they are traversing is going to lead to a great divide between the relations between the EU and Iraq. If they proceed along this path, they must allow us to have the time and the space for UNHCR to conduct the interviews, to register these people as refugees. This ridiculous deadline of the end of this year has been imposed on a false premise, and has been imposed because the Iraqi government and their Iranian sponsors clearly have no intention of allowing these people to leave peacefully. They actually seem to have a hidden agenda which will ultimately lead to a humanitarian catastrophe. So it's a bleak picture, and I regret very much that we have to discuss such a bleak picture this morning. But again, I'm very grateful to have the expertise of Ambassador de Ruyt. He's just come from a key meeting in that respect, and I have pleasure in giving the Ambassador the floor.